Hi, good morning, Greg. Thanks for meeting with me so early. I know your time is crunched today, so we've just got a little bit of time to go over this competency and culture program we're kicking off. And quickly, what I wanted to go through with you today before we roll this out to for the training next week is I want to review the training schedule. I want to talk to you about the status of the meeting for our peer groups. I'm meeting with Shannon and Derek and Nicole later today to make sure everybody's on board and understands what the expectation is here. I'm also going to give you an update on the meeting with the SNA board members, let you know what I've got planned on that agenda. And then I want to walk through the training material one more time with you, make sure that I've got everything covered, and get any feedback from you before I move forward with the meetings with the other folks. Okay, so let's talk through the training schedule for next week. So we've got 5 classes. These are going to run between 4 and 6 hours each, and I hope to have the entire department completed by the end of the week. The meeting with the peer group, that's in about an hour. That should give me time to take any feedback from today's meeting with you and get that incorporated into the training material if needed. So the first thing I'm going to walk through with them is I'm going to talk through the initiative again, let them know the importance and the purpose of us moving forward with this with SNA to bring cultural competence into our environment, make sure that our relationship with SNA is successful. I'm going to talk to them about the logistics. Again, each of them have gotten emails, or team members have gotten emails, so they should know when to show up for training, but I'm going to reiterate the importance of them being on time and planning for productivity around those hours that they'll be out next week for the training session. I'm going to talk to them again about expectations from them and their team, both in the class as well as on a go forward, to make sure that this is successful. You know, it's not just going to training, but incorporating cultural competence into our culture here at Spokes of Hope worldwide. I am going to walk through the training content with them just like I am today. It's going to be at a high level, but really kind of step by step what's planned, what's in that training material to ensure that we get this information out to the employees. And then I'm going to ask them for feedback. I'm definitely going to be watching for their body language, with the big group of them, and them, they've got their own individual personalities and pretty strong personalities. So, specifically, I'm going to make sure that I get feedback from each one of them, that they each have an opportunity to share, Shannon, if she starts to turn red, but she doesn't say anything, it's a clear indicator that she doesn't necessarily agree. So I'm going to pay special attention to that and make sure that I'm drawing out and asking the right questions and looking for those cues from them individually. The SNA board meeting, that is scheduled for later on this week, so that'll be actually 2 days from now after I've gone through this with you as well as the peer group, give them an update. I'm going to schedule it for about an hour. I don't want to take up too much of their time because I know they're pretty pressed, but I want to make sure that we've got their buy-in and that they understand where we're going with this and that we're meeting their expectations. That's just going to be a telepresence call. I should be able to see their interaction though, or their reaction as well. Make sure that I'm watching for, their nodding of heads, right? Make sure that I'm on track with what they expect to see and that we're all in agreement and moving in the same direction there. The agenda with them, I am going to cover the training material as well, just high level, and that's pretty much what I'm going to walk through with you right now. So the training material it's a handout that I prepared, and I know you've looked at it, and I've attached that here, but it's really comprised of 7 parts. First we kick off with what is cultural competence. I'm going to walk through basically what that means and the purpose of this initiative. The cultural impact to communications, how each individual or cultural in itself can impact the communication between 2 groups through either body language, common social body language, or verbiage, eye contact, etc. We're going to walk through that. We're going to talk through verbal and nonverbal cues, what those actually mean. We're going to talk through 3 different case studies. And I'm going to ask them for kind of some scenarios. So we've got a little bit of group breakouts, some opportunity there after we talk through and read through 3 different case studies, give them an opportunity to give their feedback and maybe share some stories. I think that helps reiterate and people learn. We're going to talk through again the importance of cultural competence. We're going to walk through some key terms. They can take this away. Again, it's all part of the handout that you've looked at. And then I'm going to summarize by reiterating why Spokes of Hope is doing this and why it's important and what their responsibilities are going to be on a go-forward basis to ensure that this is a successful program. This isn't just training and kickoff, but we need to have this on an ongoing basis just to make sure that we are connecting with our clients, not just the SNA board members, but the people that we're actually going to be serving in the future who do come from very different backgrounds. Okay, so again, I know that you've looked through all this information and I can see by the nodding of your head that you're on track and we're on the same page here. So any significant changes or feedback you want to give me before I go forward with the peer group and the SNA meeting? Okay, great. It sounds like we're on the same page. Thanks so much.